afternoon, namaskar, students, and other who are listening to me too. For you all, I like to welcome. I am speaking here, Laxman Koirala, and it is a radio education program. In this program, every week I am coming to teach English subject. How you are getting, how you are finding. I think all of you are happy with me. I have not got any type of complaint or any type of suggestion too. So dear students and other who are listener, if you have got there any confusion, complaint about me, then you have to tell to me. Dear students, now today English subject I am taking here, and in unit 2 we are going to study. In unit 2 we have studied about an expedition. It is about the description of journey. Okay, so here we have already studied about this an expedition. It is all about the visit of Godavari. That about Godavari it is written here. Now I think students already you have understood the lesson. Here is dialogue. Here is one student. She is the leader of visiting team, and other some students are here. They were absent in the excursion, in the tour, and they have asked here some questions, and Sirjana she gave the answer. So same thing we have to remember here. Now that in page number 13, 1, 2 and 3 number exercises already we have done, isn't it? Of course all of you are clear about it. Now in page number 13, read and answer these questions about that today we are going to study. Okay, so dear students, while we write question answer, at the time we have to think, because there must be tense correctness. Other thing, whatever thing should be collected there in answer, yeah, that everything must be there. And next thing I like to suggest to you, yeah, because all of we are Nepali. In Nepali we have to know at the beginning of the writing of answer that question, what question has asked, we have to know in Nepali. त्यसको अर्थ विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरु, हामीले क्वेशन आन्सर त गर्छौं भनेर त भन्छौं, तैपनि त्यसको नेपालीमा के हो भनेर बुझ्नु अत्याधिक जरुरी छ. ओके, so here for the first question, A number question, I like to say to you, what makes Godavari beautiful? It means here, do you understand in Nepali what question has asked for us? Of course, if you know, then what makes Godavari, what is there in Godavari, due to that it is being beautiful one, yeah, that we have to understand by the question. So that what things are there in Godavari, what things are there, we have already studied in the lesson. Yes, what things is there? One is that plants, and another things we can say many type of that butterflies, yeah, and many type of flowers, like that way. Or there is the group of plants, yeah, due to that it become very much beautiful one here. Yes, and in A number question it is asked in simple present tense, so that we have to write the answer also in simple present tense. What makes Godavari beautiful? It means plants and that animals and flowers and that butterflies makes Godavari beautiful. Like that way we have to write the answer. Are you clear? Similarly, that in B number, what is Godavari famous for? What is Godavari famous for? What is there in Godavari? It means already in 1 number questions answer whatever we have written there, that helps for us, isn't it? So that Godavari is famous for, we can write the answer like this way, isn't it? Godavari is famous for plants, yes, many type of plants and butterflies. Other we can add there flowers, etc. Isn't it? For that one, Godavari is famous. Similarly, for C number question, what is there? How many species of plants are found there? How many species of plants? How many plants can we find there in Godavari? How many? 100, 200, 300? It means it is written here in the book. Very easily we can find that. Yeah. How many species of butterflies and plants? It is written here already. It is 529. Yes, that is the correct answer. That's the correct number. Okay. Now similarly for D number question, I am going to say to you that in which months do we find butterflies moving around flowers in Godavari? That how many in which months, which months can we find or can we see butterflies moving around flowers in Godavari? In which months? It is written here in English months, isn't it? Which month? January, February, April, May, yes, June, July. Yes, of course, already you have found the answer. In which month? In April and May, butterflies, many of them with gleaming shallows tail, flock around that beautiful flowers. There is written here. That like that way, dear friends, at the beginning you have to read the question and try to find out the answer in the passage. That would be better for you. Okay, that we have to do. Similarly, now next question is here, that is E number. How can picnics be part of social harmony? How can be part of social harmony? Yes, that picnic mean how this picnic make us social, or how can we get education about social from picnic? It's the question here, isn't it? Now answer what it would be. What can be the answer here? Here picnics can be part of social harmony because we learn how we have to stay in social, yes, and we learn there about discipline, and we learn there how can we help one and another. Like that way we learn from the picnic, so that it is being social harmony. Okay, next number F question is there. What do people do in picnics apart from eating? That what things people do except eating? That just eating only will not be in picnic. Other thing what people will do? Yeah, what people will do? People do dancing, yes, singing, and other playing games, isn't it? Apart from eating. Yes, like that way, that's the answer. It means class 8 students, I think all of you have already known about the lesson, already you have understood the lesson too. Due to that, just A number questions I have said for you in Nepali too, and other questions I have not said you in Nepali. Okay, I think you have already understood, and you have to try to understand too. Now in 2 number, choose the best answer. Okay, in choose the best answer, here are some blank and some answer are there. Answer three answers are there, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, like that. Yes, in I number, Godavari is in ... Kathmandu, Lalitpur, Bhaktapur. Where? Where it is? It is in where? It is in Lalitpur. Yes. Yeah, that we have to write here. Lalitpur, or in Lalitpur you can tick there, isn't it? In I number, Godavari is the ... of many plants. Home, school, market. What can be? Home or school or market? Here would be the right answer is home. Yes, of course, all of you are right here and you have to me. Okay, now in I number, in April and May ... all around scented flowers. What would be here the answer in April and May? Insects or animals or butterflies? What can be the answer here? Okay, here that butterflies fall around scented that flowers would be the right answer. Yes. Similarly, in IB number, many people go to Godavari for picnics, wedding, fighting. What it mean? In Godavari there is good environment, due to that people they go for picnic there. Yeah? So many people go to Godavari for picnics. Answer would be right there, isn't it? Now here in B number, picnics have been part of social gathering harmony rules. What can be here? Yeah, here gathering mean collecting, sitting together. Yes, harmony mean that is learning something one. Yes, that loving, helping, like that way it is harmony. And rules mean there would be rule mean keeping, making something else, and that should be obeyed by other. Yeah? That is rules one. So that here B number would be the right answer here. Now here that 1 number question answer we have already completed, and 2 number choose the best answer we have completed. Do you have any confusion here? If you have any confusion, you have to ask to me immediately. Okay, don't afraid that before while I study, that while I taught to you, at that time also I have said for you, if you have any confusion, if you have any thing problem, you have to tell to me openly, don't afraid with me. Okay, now that in grammar turn we are going here. Grammar is very much important in language. While we speak, while we use, at the time grammar must be correct one. So here also something are here, they are also very much important one. Yeah, that activate yourself, it is written here, work in groups, play the role of different people and act out. If you can add some information about Godavari, that if about Godavari, new thing, that other thing, extra thing, if you know, if you add here, no matter for that. It means that English book everywhere, while we see the book, while we study the book, it tries to make us active. Yes, how can we be active? It is searching for us here, that how can we be, or how can our students we can make active. It is the main role of book and teachers too. Now here, time for grammar. In A number, engage yourself. Read this passage and underline must, have to, and should. Yes, we have to study, we have to read the passage, and we have to underline here. Yes, there are class editions. Now just for you, that just you have to find out must, have to, and should, and you have to underline here. Okay, now I will study here. If you find there must, if you find there have to, and if you find there should, you have to underline in your textbook. Okay, all of you have textbook, and all of you are looking to. Now I am going to read this passage. You have to listen to me carefully. You also have to study this. Okay, if I am studying here loudly, then you have to study slowly there. Yeah, by your eyes only you have to study it. Okay, a doctor says to his patient, as your temperature is rising, you must have to have an injection every day. You must not drink any alcohol until you have finished your tablets, and you must stay indoors for at least 3 days. After that, you can go out for short walks, but you mustn't do anything too energetic. If there is any pain in your back, you must lie flat on your back. To save yourself from heavy dehydration, you must drink 5 liters of water a day. Things will improve very soon, and in this case, you need not stay in the hospital anymore. You have to be polite with other patients in this ward, and you should always follow my advice. Here, up to this paragraph here, how many must or mustn't you find here? Yes, I think one already you find there. Yes, and next one 2 you find, and 3 you find. Similarly 4 and 5 you find, and other how many you find? Yes, that must only 5 times you find there. Are you right? Okay, you have to find out it. Now similarly, have to how many times you find there, and should how many times you find there, that you have to write in your note copy. If you write like that way, in first paragraph, this much must I find, this much must not I find, this much should I find, this much should not I find, yeah, and this much have to I find, this not much do not have to I find. Like that way, if you write that, then you would be very much active one. We will find you are active student. Now similarly, in second paragraph, I am going to say for you. In the passage given above, the words must, have to, and should express obligation. Do you know what's the meaning of obligation? Obligation is what? If you know, it would be better and easy for me. You don't know. If you don't know, then obligation mean it is compulsory. Okay. What is the meaning of obligation? Obligation is compulsion, that is yes, compulsory. We use these words to say when things are necessary that certain things are done. The negative of must is mustn't, which means you can't do somebody as a rule, as it is harmful. The negative of have to is do not have to. Okay, don't forget it. If have to is there, if for this one you have to change into negative, do not have to. Okay, have to is no, have not to, you should not write like that way. If have to is there, do not have to. Okay, if have to is there, do not have to, that is negative. Understand? It is not necessary to do. Okay, now it is here. When something is the right thing to do, we use should or ought to. When it is a wrong thing to do, we use should not or ought not. Yes, these are called modal verbs. It means here must, have to, should, all they are modal verbs. Okay, what are they? They are modal verbs. Modal verbs also we have to know. Okay, now here that must, what does it say? Yeah, and that have to, what does it says? Similarly, should, what does it says? That everything we have already studied here. If you forget, if you do not understand, again I am saying for you, okay, from the beginning. Let's look there. A doctor says to his patient, as your temperature is rising, you must have an injection every day. You must not drink any alcohol until you have finished your tablets, and you must not stay indoors for at least 3 days. After that, you can go out for short walks, but you mustn't do anything too energetic. If there is any pain in your back, you must lie flat on your back. To save yourself from heavy dehydration, you must drink 5 liters of water a day. Things will improve very soon. And in this case, you need not stay in the hospital anymore. You have to be polite with other patients in this ward, and you should always follow my advice. In the passage given above, the word must, have to, and should express obligations. We use these words to say when things are necessary that certain things are done. The negative of must is mustn't, yeah, which means you can't do somebody as a rule. Yeah, that is you can't do somebody as a rule, as it is harmful. Yes, if it is harmful, then we have to use must or mustn't. Yes, the negative of have to is do not have to. It is not necessary to do. Yes, that have to, it says it is not necessary to do. If do not have to, we say it is not necessary to do. If have to, we say that is necessary to do. Yeah. Similarly, when something is the right thing to do, we use should or ought to. Yes, that should also it gives the similar meaning as that ought to, also it gives the similar meaning. Okay, when it is a wrong thing to do, we use should not or ought not. These are called modal verb. Now I think class 8 students, you are clear about must, have to, and should. Are you? Must, have to, and should, they are modal verbs. They are used if it is obligation, and some differences are there in must and have to and should. Yeah, that in if we use must, that it says that is compulsory one. Yes, and if we say have to, that is some it is necessary. Yeah, and should or ought to is that is it is right thing, yeah, to do. Like that way, 3 words, some different meaning are there. That one we have to know. If we know about that, then after that only we can use them very properly, very confidently, very easily. Okay, so that these 3 words, similarly, we cannot use them. Here in B number, 1 number, it is written here, work in pairs. Suppose you are a doctor and other is a patient now. The doctor advises the patient what she must do and mustn't do. Begin your sentences from. Now, suppose you are a doctor and others, some patients are there, or one patient is there in front of you. Now you have to advise that by being as a doctor, you must, what should be done. Yeah, you have to, that it is good to do for you, that we can say. Yes, and you must not, that what you should do, what you should not do. There is you should, that you should mean there we can or you can suggest there. You ought to mean that is also something we can suggest by that. And you should not, that what should not be done. what is wrong to do, that is also as the advice there, yeah? And you don't have to, that is also as an advice we can give for the patient there. So dear friends, if you be as a doctor there and something or someone is their patient, can you complete these sentences here, how it is given here? You must, you have to, you must not, you should, you ought to, you shouldn't, you don't have to. Yes, here you must check off to the doctor, or you must have medicine in time. We can say this word, this sentence like that. Yes, we can complete that. Other now remaining 1 2 3 4 5 6 other 6 sentences are here. They are in blank. It means something is there, dot dot, yeah, it is not completed one. You have to complete it. Okay, and next time while we come and we meet you in the next period, that time what thing you have written there, for that one I will check off that. Okay, or it means you have to check off. I will give you some hints from here. Okay students, now as same as here in page number 15, there are 2 number. Rewrite the following sentences selecting appropriate modal verbs from the bracket. Look here also in I number I B number, that here is students dot 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 wear uniform, that wear school uniform, must not, children dot 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 play in the mall, should not, Sunita and her brother dot 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 get up early on Saturdays because they do not have to go to school on Saturdays. Do not have to, yeah. And I number, when we cut down one tree, we dot 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 that plant 2 in its place, should not. If you are suffering from a common cold, you dot 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 have cold drinks. Like this way it is given here exercises, that if you do here that 2 number exercise, it would help for you more. Okay, so dear friends, if you know about the meaning of these words clearly, then you have to make as many sentences as you like by using must, by using have to, and by using should, so that you would be confirmed, you would be confident in the grammar. So dear friends, today's our time has been going to complete it, so that I think you would study hard, you would understanding the lesson. Yes, and you have not any type of complaint to me. If you have any type of complaint, then you have to contact me in my mobile number, that is 9860337638. okay, in 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. okay, at the same day, not in other days. If you phone to me in other days, then may I'll not meet to you. It's much for you for today. Thank you.